Hey everybody, welcome to day 13 of our collective isolation experience. It is Sunday, March 29th, 2020, and we are nearing the end of March and heading into April. And it certainly appears that we're going to keep doing this for at least through April, right? Schools are closed here in New Hampshire through early May. And it is what it is. So we are approaching the end of our second week, starting our third week tomorrow. And I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all keeping busy and staying safe. We had, if some of you saw the video yesterday, we had a little interesting adventure that I want to tell you about, which is the Great Bear Hunt. New Hampshire is doing it. For the life of me, I don't know if this is a national thing or not, but New Hampshire is certainly super involved in it. There's hundreds of sites, there's probably thousands by now of sites where people are putting stuffed bears, sometimes quite elaborately, in their front windows for people who are taking walks in the neighborhood to see. And there's a Facebook page for it, and there's a Google map where you can tag your address, and you can go find these bears, which is an incredible thing for little kids. We're on there, our house is on there, and really breaks up some of the time. It makes the walks through the neighborhood, which you've probably walked a million times, a lot more fun. And Uma and I did it yesterday, and it was great. And so I would encourage you, even if you're not in New Hampshire and you're listening to this, put a bear in your front window. A little display in your front window, right? It helps pass the time and makes kids happy. And it was weird because I couldn't help thinking, we are in this time where we need to quite physically literally have barriers in front of the things that bring us joy, right? Whether it's space or windows or doors, that's how we connect. That's how we have to connect to other people, to the social, our social connections now are made only in that way. And that is both touching and loving and also at the same time, kind of sad. Uma's 5 and she's fine. She thinks it's the coolest thing in the world. She loves treasure hunts, so finding these bears is neat. We go and we find the bear, we talk a little bit about it, and we talk about the house and what the color of the bear is, and we move on to the next one, and it really passes the time, and it's really awesome. But we are separate. We're physically separated from our external lives, which makes it even more important, to develop an internal life. In our homes, with our families. I have a friend, Allison, who mentioned to develop your circle of okayness. Your circle of okayness, right? These are the people with whom we are physically going to be spending the next, month or 2 months with, exclusively. Your circle of okayness. And we have to be okay with that. We have to find a way to get inside, to center down, to push down our anxieties and our reluctance to live this internal life, which is hard for a lot of people. It's hard for me. And we have to deal with it. So, I deal with it. This is sort of therapeutic for me, talking to all of you and reading poetry, catching up on some projects, that sort of thing. But most importantly, even if it's digitally, just continue to connect, and put those bears in the window. So, my shout out and my poem for today is from the same person, a fabulous writer and poet and musician from North Carolina. Her name is Alice Osborn. Osborn, Osborn. Alice and I met in a sort of interesting way back when the Nepal Chronicles was launched at Gibson's bookstore up in Concord, New Hampshire, a couple of years ago. Alice and her family were on vacation in New England, looking for something to do in the evening, so they came to my book launch after seeing some advertisements, and we met and we became friends, and I've been following her work, and she got me a gig as a judge for a North Carolina Poetry Society contest last year, and she's always an inspiration to me because she is so incredibly hardworking. I think she's probably played her guitar on every street corner in North Carolina. And yeah, I just like watching how hard she works, and she's and it's great, and she does her original music as well. In fact, during this time, she's going to be doing a weekly living room concert. She did her first one yesterday, so go check that out on her Facebook page. And like usual, all the links of her stuff are going to be down below. So I want to read one of her poems to you today. I was looking for something a little bit more whimsical, and a little bit lighter. This is a poem that I read of hers a little while ago, and when I read it the first time, I simply thought it was a funny, whimsical poem. But now it actually speaks a little bit more strongly to what we're going through today. So I'm going to read it, and you tell me if you think it has some relevance to what we're going through now, okay? This is called Put Some WD-40 on That Bad Boy by Alice Osborn. For only $4, get rid of bugs, squeaky hinges, and your social anxiety with this yellow can of aerosol miracle that's small enough to fit into your pocket for an emergency. Car falling into a lake? Check. Breaking into your own house? Check. Starting a fire? Check. Safe cracking? Removing pythons from your leg. In case of zombie attack, use the hinged straw for spraying in their eyes. An aging MacGyver uses it for relieving arthritis, extracting Clinton Gore bumper stickers, and conditioning his cat's fur. Oh, Jeannie, where were you these times? Sleeping in my Mustang because of a friend's sticky lock, getting blamed for crashing my family's Commodore 64, a clunky PC with power source issues. Breaking my grandmother's toilet lid at age 2. Embarrassing testimonials, be gone. WD-40 will remove crayon marks and gum, tame the ozone layer, purify water, lubricate mankind for gender and racial parity in one squirt with a click of an Amazon buy button. Superman's out of a job. So there you go. I think we are all aching and creaking these past couple of weeks. Lord knows we could use a little bit of our own WD-40. Yeah, there you go. Alice Osborn, folks. Give her a look. And if you feel you like what you're hearing, let me know what you'd like me to read. I take requests. And like usual, all my information is down below as well. Please subscribe and tell me what you think. And remember, we are all that we have. Stay kind. Wash your hands. And I will catch up with you all in the morning. Take it easy, everybody.